G'day, g'day, g'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, back in the house for another video on a Sunday live stream. And I'm joined with me today by my boy Josh over in
Hello,
Australia.
hello.
G'day, g'day. Um, Again, as always, our live streams are just off the cuff, unrehearsed. We do have some topics to discuss, but and it's been an amazing couple of weeks. I'm sure there's going to be lots of things to talk about. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching. See, look, this is what I love, bro. People start to know. Alak-Azul, thank you.
Ooh,
Alak-Azul, see, good to see you back here again every week and every couple of weeks we're on here, and you're always there with us. Thank you. I hope everything's going well for you with Drip, and which I'm sure it is. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions if you have anything to ask. So there you go, bro. What an amazing couple of weeks it's been.
very, very crazy. Hey, I've
Yeah,
been in the group a couple of months now, and yeah, this is definitely the most action I've seen in a week.
yeah, man. I remember we were talking about $20 and $21, etc., and it's here we are. See, is loving Drip.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah, Ferds, Alak-Azul.
ALAKAZUL.
Roller is in the house. Alak-Azul to my OGs. Hey, Roller, good to see you there, brother. So there you go, man. We're starting to get some good people watching us all the time. So it's like awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. So yeah, man, a couple of crazy weeks. We've seen the price go from 21 something all the way up, and I know you and I were watching when they did the launch for the Liberation contract, Drip Liberation, and we were watching it, and we watched it go all the way up to I think 94 by the time I went to bed.
Yep, yep, straight up.
And yeah, it was like crazy. And then obviously it came down again, which is normal. Okay, and I'm sure people will be asking about that today. So we know why it happened. Or I know what happened. It was kind of expected anyway. So obviously people would take profits along the way, and it was going to happen. But we're still where it is now. We're still close to the previous all-time high anyway. So
Yep.
we're still doing fantastic, eh?
Yeah, and not only that, we've added, as a lot of people know, but some people have been a little bit confused as to what the Drip Liberation and the Drip Garden add to Drip.
Mm-hmm.
But from a fundamental standpoint, outside of what it rewards us, it adds the BUSD sort of floor
Absolutely.
to because you have the liquidity there on Pancake Swap.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's been happening is I think we're not going to see those massive dips as per se because now we've got some backing. But
Yeah.
when things go up, they always come down. And it's always going to find a bottom somewhere. And it looked like we saw $70 there. That was the previous all-time high, and people
Yep.
were still going to take profits there. Personally, I'm still claiming a few days, selling a few days because the price to me it's still good. But I think we're really primed for something huge here in the next couple of months as the garden really starts to
Oh
take
man.
over. And the sorts of partnerships that Drip have announced this week too.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like we can sit there and look at the price, and I'm like, I still do. I still maintain my thing of compound claim, compound claim.
Yeah.
Hey Zach, just a quick shout out to Zach and also to Doug and Todd. I know Doug and Todd are out there watching. Zach, I thought you were going to join us on the stream, buddy. I already sent you a link, so if you want to come on, check the link I sent to you, and jump on the stream with us. But and actually, you know what, Doug and Todd, if you guys want to, let me know. I'll send you a link. You can jump on and be on the stream. But yeah, just in regards to like compounding and claiming. Yeah, a lot of people have had that strategy. I'll just build up a really big bank and then wait until it goes up to 100,
Yeah.
or whatever. And that's all good too. But which on that night I saw it go to 94, and I was on the trigger finger. I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna sell. And then it went down to 71, and I thought, oh well, someone beat me to it. And it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, look, there was a time there I was claiming at $7, just to
Yeah.
pay some bills, and it didn't really matter. So now that it's up in the high 50s to 60s at the moment, it's still awesome, man. It's still
Yep.
freaking awesome.
Yeah,
You know?
anyone that's been in it for anything longer than 2 or 3 weeks is in profit at least, and they're
Oh
compounding on
yeah.
that. Me personally, I was loading up at 20s, so seeing it still at 60, that's 3 times what I paid for it, meaning my
Yep.
yield on cost is 3 times lower than what it would be if I'd have bought in today. So
Exactly.
that's another important concept I wanted to address to people. So when the price
Yep.
goes down, you want to do what we call dollar cost averaging.
That's
And
right.
that's just loading up your drip bags whenever the price goes down, just compounding through the price movements, and you'll actually see all of your account averages sort of, instead of it being up down with drip, you're going to, over a longer period of time, see it be very linear in terms of a drip amount. But what we've
Yep.
seen is the dollar amount doesn't necessarily stay the same. So my drip amount has stayed the
Yep.
same, but the dollar amount that I claim every day has gotten 3 times higher for no effort of my own.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I think we're only going to keep seeing these amounts get bigger. As back on that partnership I was talking about. So as we know before, Drip had the partnership with Treasure Key, but that obviously didn't work out.
Yep.
But there's something a lot bigger that's just come out. So they've just announced a partnership with Bet Fury.
Yes.
Yep. So they're linked with the BuySwap exchange, who handles like
Yep.
9 billion in volume, and they're basically the biggest. Well, in my opinion, from what I've seen and heard in the community, not necessarily statistically, they are I suppose, the best
Yeah.
casino sort of website that I've seen
Yeah.
from personal experience as well. And we're going to be able to, I think, use Drip on the website you're going to be able to play their games with them. You're going to be able to swap between the BetFury token and Drip. And I believe there is going to be some integration on the Drip side as well. But the BetFury account has like 150,000 followers on Twitter, and they're planning an announcement on social media. So we've got 40 to what? How many accounts is there now, Dave? Are you familiar with how many accounts
right now? Gosh, man, look, I don't have it on the screen at the moment, but there's a shitload.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just see now. Just on the basic, where are we? We're at 24,010 players.
24,000. So we're going to be reaching, just with that one partnership, just significantly more than we even have in players. And this isn't Forex isn't stopping here. Let me give you the drum. Forex is not stopping here.
Absolutely not. We've got so many things coming up, man. I'm super, super bullish on Drip. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Really, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah,
exactly right. It's really, really. Hang on. All right. We're gonna get Doug and Todd joining us as well. Hang on.
Sure. Are they friends with Zach?
Yeah, they're under Zach. I'll just bring this up. I send an invite link. Give me just a moment, champs.
No worries. Yeah. But what I thought was really cool was we saw the price go up to 94, which in terms of price discovery, going up that high was insane. Realistically speaking, we were thinking 100, 200 bucks maybe. But that's what's going to happen next time that this price discovery happens. 94 is now our all-time high, somewhere around there, 94, 96.
Yeah.
What happened last time we hit all-time high?
Well, exactly. But the thing is, last time when we hit all-time high, the thing is we had a lot less players. So someone dumping was a major...
This time that we've just hit it now, a few days ago, the all-time high we've just hit. What I'm saying is the next time that this repeats, all these other catalysts that Forex are having, like there's going to be no reason for people to be dumping at that price because it's not anything new. People adjust to that sort of stuff relatively quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, like because of the support in the system now, you've got a lot more players now. Even with people do dump, a bigger amount, the effect on the ecosystem itself is a lot less than what it was before when we had a lot less players. So there's a lot more to support the system that way. We got Doug and Todd. Doug and Todd. Hey guys, how's your audio? Check your audio.
Okay, you're working.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You're not getting any feedback from me or anything?
Nope.
Okay, sweet. Doug and Todd, yeah, in the US, man, welcome. The guys have been on for a little while now, and they're loving it, and they're super active, and they're every day like sending me jokes and stuff like that. Loving life, bro. Seriously,
It became addictive. Absolutely addictive. Checking on it absolutely every time we get a chance to.
yeah, man. But it's pretty crazy, right? It's gone from being nah, that's not possible, and then when I showed you guys the basic calculator, it was like, are you kidding me? And
Right.
then now you see it's actually working, right? So
Absolutely. And actually, we just we helped a couple of our friends last night get going with it.
oh,
to tune into,
beautiful.
and they're crazy excited to see what's going to happen here. So
There you go. Hang on. There's Patrick. Yo, bro, Drip family. Patrick, I was hoping that you'd come on because we're going to discuss. And there's Zach. Hey, Zach. Yeah, Patrick, because we're going to discuss today the mechanics of the airdrop, and we'll go into the details of that shortly. The airdrop is going to happen on the 23rd Philippines time, 22nd in 22nd in the US. So I will do banners for that tomorrow in regards to the mechanics of that. At this stage, we're looking at a minimum of 60 drip so far to do as an airdrop. Okay, which is a pretty big chunk, really. And in some places in the world, man, that's a real life changer. It's not going to be a whole 60 going to one person, but we'll break it down, and I'll go into the particulars of that later on. But pretty exciting. And there's a few people that have been messaging me, and they're wanting to add to that as well. So it could end up being a really nice Christmas. Well, it's definitely going to be a nice Christmas anyway, but it could be better.
Especially in the Drip Network Philippines.
Exactly right, guys. And I'm going to put that down the bottom. Hang on a sec on our banners, just so people can see. Put that down there. All right. This past week, I don't know who saw the stream, but this past week we spoke about launching Drip Philippines Telegram group. It is not official, so it's not affiliated with Drip itself, right? But there was a major need for a Drip Philippines Telegram group to be made because there's a difference of strategies when you're in a lower income country. Okay, so we can't come in with most people over here can't come in with 100 drip straight away, or even 50 drip. So there's a little bit of a difference in regards to strategies. Starting with 1 or 2 drip, and obviously you can't compound that every single day. So that's the reason we set that up, and also just they can feel more comfortable in speaking Tagalog, and my Tagalog sucks, right? Josh is in there with us as well, and I wouldn't even begin to think what Josh's Tagalog is, but he's going to learn along the way, So exciting times. I mean, and the whole focus with the airdrop was supposed to be just for the Filipinos, but having a good chat with Eric this week, and a couple of the other guys are going to be putting in. We're just opening this to everybody. Okay. While we are on this at the moment, I will discuss a couple of the details in regards to the mechanics for it, and I've noted it down here. Basically, to be eligible for it, you'll have to check. I will do banners within the next. By tomorrow, I'll have the banners out there, even by tonight. And to be eligible, you're going to have to tune into the live stream. Okay, on the date that we specify, you're going to have to tune into it. While we're on the live stream, you're going to have to go to the Drip Philippines Telegram group, post your wallet address in there, right? Live, post your wallet address, and also shout out ALAKAZUL in the Drip Philippines Telegram group. And then I have one of the admins go through, and they will collate all of those addresses, but we will have a cutoff time. It'll probably run for the first 20 minutes of the stream. Okay. And you can actually go into the Drip Telegram group, Drip Philippines Telegram group beforehand, and put in your wallet address if you wish, so we can start doing that before. But you still need to be here on the live. Okay, still need to be here on the live stream. So it'll get collated. It'll be put onto like a spinning wheel online, and it will be done live. So we will be doing, spin the wheel, whatever wallet address it lands on, then we're gonna airdrop to that one, and then we'll do it again and airdrop to the next one. So we're looking at a minimum of 60 drip, but we're still looking at how to break that down, and I will include that on the banner that I do tomorrow. It may be like a grand prize of 20 drip for one person. Then depending on how many other people are putting into it, we could break it down like 5, 10s, ones. And the thing we're doing with it is you could win multiple times. All right, so even if you won the prize once, you're still going to remain on the wheel, and it'll randomly select. But if you win it twice, that's beautiful. Okay.
Yep, that's a very Merry Christmas.
Very nice.
I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
How would I disqualify myself from getting that? In turn, taking that disqualification and turning it into a donation. Where would one send a donation for that?
Well, man,
Zach, you have my phone
the
number.
thing is that if you want to send it as a donation, bro, and I know that you're wanting to do this, and I really appreciate that. If you are wanting to send it as a donation, you would have to actually just send the drip over to me, to my account. You just DM me and do it that way. Because if you try to airdrop it to me and then I airdrop it back, it actually goes into my account rather than it goes straight into the deposits. All right, instead of going to my wallet. So if you're wanting to do it that way, but I think it'd be awesome, bro, if you could just put that time into your calendar there and just be there. And how it's going to be is we're going to have anyone that's going to be contributing will be there, and we'll just take it in turns on sending it live, doing the airdrop live online, so people can see exactly that it's going to those particular wallets. And yeah, so there's no question they'll see it live happening as we do the stream. So I think
Works
that'd be
for me.
awesome.
Thank you.
There you go. Patrick in France, right? I need a third account soon. You'll be my sponsor. Awesome, bro. That would be absolutely awesome. We'll put you down in the team there. And if you go into the Drip Philippines Telegram group, you'll see there's Alak-Azul, but there's also Alak-Azul Philippines. So you've got your options there of where you sign up to. And you don't even have to come under me, bro. You can go under any of the admins there. They're all working in the same direction to build teams. Now, just on that, guys, in regards to the Drip _ Philippines Telegram group, look, that is for anybody. Okay, it's mainly there for Filipinos, right? But it's open to anybody. And the thing is that although yes, we have our team Alak-Azul Philippines on there, links there. This is not specifically for anyone to come and join our team. All right, they have the option to, but it's not just for that. Go in there. If you want to get some tech support or whatever, we're there to do it. We're slowly growing, and yeah. So there's no direct affiliation as such, or you don't have to be part of our team to be part of that. So it's open for anybody. All right. So there you go. Now I talk too much.
Join now.
Join now. And also on this, if you guys haven't already done so, please subscribe and to the channel and support us in that way. There's also an account that I've set up specifically for this channel. All right, which is down in the description. So if you do want to set up another account, you're more than welcome. We'll welcome you in there, and it's down the bottom there. Which again, at the end of the day, guys, eventually you're all going to need extra accounts anyway. All right, so you may as well just set one up, put a few drip in there, and let that one grow. So
get it started now while you can. Like that extra time with compounding. Like anyone that's had a drip account sees the power of what a month does in drip.
Exactly. And you can see what's happening with the price and with all these things that are coming into it, recording artist with a song titled Drip doing NFTs. The NFT game's coming out. You've got Bet Fury. You've got Focus Visual still coming on board. You've got all these things happening. So this price that you're seeing now, it's nothing. it's absolutely nothing compared to where we're going. You know, you've seen it.
Right.
It already touched the other night, Josh. It touched at 94 or 96 or whatever it was, and that's the next target point, right?
Yep.
So, and it'll go well beyond that. And then when it does have another correction, which it will, we already know that it's going to be higher than what it is today. It's just the way it works, right? Get in now, get in cheap.
And the thing is, like, this is all been going up while the rest of the market's been going down like crazy. So to see this come back a little bit is nothing to be scared of. It's not anything out of the ordinary at the moment, and it's actually a really good thing because it sort of means that money's moving around. And what the thing was a lot of, at that time, the Garden had just come out, the Drip Liberation contract had just come out. So a lot of volume was coming out, which is actually a really good thing because we just got listed on CoinMarketCap. We're on these Coinbase watch lists. So the more volume we have, the better. The higher we go up on these lists, and the more people that see, oh, what's Drip Network?
Yeah. And the good thing now, you're right, Josh, also, as you mentioned earlier, now we have liquidity, like a much bigger liquidity pool on PancakeSwap as well as our own DEX, right? So now people have an option as well. If they're going to sell, they can go over to PancakeSwap if the price is better there or off our own DEX. But also, what you're seeing now is that the figures that are showing up on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko or, you know, all of the other ones are actually correct, a lot more correct now, instead of being, you know, like so far from what the real figure is, because now you have liquidity both on PancakeSwap as well as the DEX.
Yeah, and now when now when people start clicking on Drip Community on CoinMarketCap, they're going to see a nice price, see what it's all about. And we're going to be able to, like, you know, there's a lot of professional marketing coming on board. And this is really just laying the foundations to the moon.
Oh, man, it's early days. It is seriously early days. You know,
there's already a bunch of people talking about the PancakeSwap stuff. There was the buzz today on Telegram, pretty crazy.
Absolutely, man. Like, you know, all I can say that this shit, if you're already thinking it's insane, it's just going to get worse.
This
Seriously,
is exactly the same way we were talking at $25, just to bear this in mind.
Exactly. You know, you better start looking up the number for a shrink now, because you may need it.
Okay, I just have to ask real quick. That is the largest bottle of Coke I've ever seen in my life, and we're like the kings of extra large supersize.
Really?
Okay. This one's bigger. This one's bigger than this, but this one my girlfriend took from a bar like this because it's a Coke bottle, but it comes off like this, so you can put ice and stuff in.
Hey, wow!
Oh, nice.
That is awesome.
There it is. Feel free to send one of those over this way.
I'll email you one in Danny terms.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, if you guys can see in the messages right there on the comments, you'll see this VOI.FYI. Don't click on any of those, or don't try to go to those at all, right? I see those every time, actually, especially after the stream stops. There's people that will post that. So I don't know if they're legit people that are doing that, Dina, Seidel, or they even know. It could be just like some kind of a virus or something that they've got that does that, but it does happen. Please don't click on any of those, all right? Which takes us to a point of security as well, I guess.
That's
okay.
Last stream.
So hang on, let's bring this up. Yes, absolutely. BUSD, basically, the more BUSD liquidity that we have in there, it allows us to decouple from the rest of the market and support the price and just be a lot more stable. So, you know, in time, we won't be affected so much by the swings of the normal market. So, or the fluctuations of volatility of the normal market. So there you go. Zach, you're on mute. Does that mean you're doing something crazy there or what?
Isn't he always?
He's about to
It's all good. It's all good. The hood's coming on. He's just about to go and hold up another convenience store.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Look, Zach's another team member, Team Alak-Azul. Actually was in Drip for quite a while, but the person that introduced him to Drip didn't really tell him much about it. He just went into it, and then I explained it all to him, and after that, after I explained it all, it's like, boom, Zach is going through the roof. Yeah, there you go.
My mind was widened, expanded, all those things in once, and moving sideways. That's for sure.
Yeah, man, absolutely, moving sideways. For anyone that's wondering about that, I know there's a lot of you out there that are already on Drip, and you've got your certain strategies, etc., etc. If you want to know more about the moving sideways, hey, just feel free to DM me on Telegram. You'll see the links at the bottom of the description here, and I'll explain that to you. As a team Alak-Azul, we are building sideways, and there's a lot of benefit in doing it that way, right? Building sideways, keeping the system healthy, and helping ourselves and helping everybody else in the process, and doing it properly. So build sideways. There you go.
Absolutely.
Doug and Todd, give us a little bit more about your experiences, man. Like, are you starting to settle down a little bit? Are you up on that high still? Or?
It's bought a little bit more on this little dip.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
buy
a
the
little
dip.
more. It's I think we're still kind of riding on the high of almost what's going on. Like, is it too good to be true? That sort of stuff, and getting involved. And actually, everything that we're doing, I'm going to throw a shout out, is because of Zach down there.
Yeah.
One of my good friends
man.
got involved. So because of him, yes, all this is able to happen, and it's been great so far.
Yeah. And it's just going to keep getting better. That's the thing. It's just going to keep getting better. Yes, sometimes it takes a while for people to see the bigger picture of what Drip is. Absolutely. And you'll see that in what's happened. You'll see that in what's happened in this past week. Okay. You've got lots of people out there that actually did sell. They sold. I don't like saying weak hands and diamond hands, but there were quite a few weak hands that, and actually Forex even mentioned this as well in his comments recently.
Right.
And it shakes those people out. I mean, whether that's I wouldn't say majority of people are like that, but that's always going to be the case. And I don't blame them really. I really don't. I know that there were people that bought in Drip because they knew it was going to go through the roof. Okay,
Yeah.
Didn't stake it, and then when they made their profit, they sold it, and that's a smart move as well, to a degree. But when you look at that amount, if they actually staked it, long term, it's going to be a lot bigger than that short term profit that they just made.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's a game of patience. I remember speaking with Doug and Todd about this. There is really no rush. There's
Right.
really no rush to get yourself to that point where you're really big. Okay.
The only part that we find kind of difficult up here is, being so far north.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency is still very new up here to absolutely everybody. They're still scared. They know about it. They hear about the Bitcoins and things like that. But when it comes down to actually throwing in the money, seeing results, things like that, it's still a big, scary monster.
Oh, it is because what you mostly hear about is just general crypto market where people are looking at the highs and lows and the volatility of the crypto market. It's drip is really not mainstream yet.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
touching on what
And so when they see something like Drip, and if it hasn't been explained properly, it's like, nah, this is bullshit, because all I hear about is Bitcoin has dropped by this, or Ethereum that, or Doge and SHIB and all of that shit, and this is just totally different.
Right.
This is totally different, and I said it on the last stream as well. I've got a friend that who has some Bitcoin. He bought it early, and then he's holding on to it, and at the end of the day, yeah, he has that. But look, if you hold 10 Bitcoin, for example, and you sell one, you're only left with 9. Yeah.
Right.
And then you got to wait for the market to swing in your favor before, whether it's in your favor to buy or it's in your favor to sell. Whereas with drip, man, I can claim and sell today and I know I'm going to have more tomorrow.
Right.
Isn't that the beautiful thing?
Yeah,
So
all the time it says it's too good to be true. Hear that quite a bit. Well, yeah. I understand it can seem that way, but here's the numbers. It's true. It's
absolutely
happening. It's you kind of get a little bit of an eye opener off of that one, but still that hesitation in there of the cryptocurrency side of it. But, it'll happen.
I remember the first time I spoke with you guys.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And it's like, it just seems too good to be true. And I've seen that time and time again with the teams that we have, like all the members, and I speak to them in the beginning and they go, oh, nah, it's impossible.
Right.
Well, I tell you what, it's not, man. There's living proof sitting right here on the screen in front of you. Okay.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It literally works. Let's just bring up this question from Chris. Will the reservoir balance continue to play a big part in price going forward? Yeah, I think it will. I think it will. That's not going to change. You can still put BNB in there, and it'll definitely support the price. Okay. Look, we're talking about decoupling from the market because of the BUSD liquidity that's being thrown into it, but it'll never actually fully separate BNB from the system. There's still always going to be BNB, right? So I don't know, Josh, you want to add to that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think we're going to see a deliberation between the BUSD and the BNB assets. Like a lot of the people that were in Reservoir might say, "Oh, I'm going to get out of Reservoir and go into the new Garden because they're going to get a better return." And they're going to be able to pull BUSD out rather than BNB. So I think we're going to see a split up of money. Always goes in general market terminology to where it's treated best. And if money is getting treated better at the Garden, the big money is going to move over there. So we might, obviously, as Danny just stated, we're going to still see BNB be an impact. We're on the Binance Smart Chain. BNB is always going to be a factor. But I think the relative balance might go down. But I don't think that'll have any negative impacts at all.
No, I don't think so. It won't be. Again, not financial advice. NFA, for those that don't know what NFA is, not financial advice. DYOR, do your own research. Okay, we are not financial advisors here. This is all fun and games, and we're just making money. Right? So we're just sharing the blessings and sharing what we know. So again, you make your own decisions on that. But again, Reservoir's there to stay. It's not going to be taken away or anything like that, and it will definitely support the price from here on. So still, and Reservoir's a great thing. You can either go into it big if you want to, or you just go into it small if you want to. I mean, I know a lot of people that go into Reservoir just for the BNB divs to cover gas fees. Right? So it really doesn't matter. But no, if you can put more into Reservoir, do it. It's still a safer play. Right, it's still a safe play. Low risk.
And me and Danny were talking about this the other day. Like, it's very easy. What most people don't understand to max out an account. Like with compound interest, that account's going to max out quite quickly. So you don't want to have all of your money in that one account per se. You want to be taking things out, taking that money out of the faucet and putting it in other places on your claim days where it's still going to give you an income. So that could be, say you take a couple of days and you put that towards a new account. You put some in the Reservoir, you put some in the Garden, then you're nicely split up and you're grabbing from all parts of the ecosystem. And not only that, in one part you're collecting drip, one part you're collecting BNB, and the other you're collecting BUSD. Right. So whatever you want the most of, you can pick where you want to put your money.
Absolutely. And then just in regards to strategies for diversifying, not just within drip, because obviously it's good to be doing that, but it's also good to be adding in fresh capital. And another way to do that is watch this channel and get onto our groups, and you'll see that we also diversify into other things. And diversifying into other things, okay, you can take some from drip some of your dividends from drip, go and put it into something else, make a shitload of money there as well, and then bring it back again as fresh capital.
Yep.
You know, and just diversify out to other things, because fresh capital is obviously very important.
Yeah, and you as I was saying, if you can find somewhere where capital is treated better, that's great. But if not, Danny's completely right. You never want to be 100% invested in one project.
In just one thing.
Same in the stock market, you wouldn't put all of your pension into one company.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, again, when I say, you know, you can take it out and put a shitload of money into something else, or create a shitload of money. Look, there are other things out there. There are lots of other things out there which can give you a better return on, you know, short term. But really, you know, a lot of that is higher risk. I think for me, like, drip is probably one of the lowest risks that I've seen in a long time. Okay, so if you're looking for something secure, that's it. But if you want to play a little bit more and you're looking at something that's going to give like a higher daily return, but obviously higher risk, well, that's up to you. But if you want to do it in the short term, create your money, bring it back, that's a great strategy to play with, right? It's a great strategy to play with if you've got the time to watch those things. Okay. Again, for me personally, I say this quite openly to anyone I speak with in person, or in our Zoom meetings or our chats. Like, man, I like to live a stress-free life, which I do, right? I live a stress-free life because I just mainly do low risk. Okay, I'm making money. Who cares? Well, I don't need to risk anything major. You know, like even with this and the purple people eater thing that I was in before, right? Actually, Folly just messaged me. Hang on.
And actually, to kind of play off what you were saying about bringing in fresh capital, that's something that we've actually kind of been doing here along the way as well. We've got a couple other investment things that we're doing, and you know, if something's going up to where we're going to see a profit off it, we're going ahead and we're taking that profit off of it and still keeping a little bit invested so we can pull more down the road. And
absolutely,
actually, our plan is to bring stuff into drip itself to help in building that bag and things for ourselves. So
absolutely. And the thing is that this with and Folly's here. Welcome, bro. Man, this guy is one of the smartest people I know, and it's always a pleasure to have him on here. How you doing, brother?
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Hey, man, exciting past couple of weeks.
Josh, Duke, Zach, how you guys doing?
Good,
man.
Doing well. Good. I can tell you I missed the potato, Folly.
Oh, that person really knows me. Who's that?
Zach, come on, Zach. Come on.
I've been around for quite some time. I know we've talked many times. You just wouldn't recognize the name. It's Zakilla.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
How you going?
Yeah. So,
nice to be here.
Like Zach's on my team, and Doug and Todd have also come on to drip under Zach now as well. So they're all part of Team Alak-Azul, and so is Josh, which you've already met.
Awesome.
And yeah, man, bro, we're doing on the 23rd Australia time, 22nd in the US. I'm doing 20 drip. Eric's going to do another 20 drip. Daffy's going to do another 20 drip. We have a few people also as well. So we're looking at, it could be up to like 100 drip airdrop on the 23rd. So yeah, man, if you want to be part of that too, that's awesome as well. You know, just as a nice Christmas gift to, you know, whoever's out there. Yeah. So I'll be doing the banner on that tomorrow, and we'll just be doing the airdrops live. We'll just use the wheel like what Brandon does, and it'll just, everyone will take their turn to do the airdrops. You know, give people a nice Christmas. So
that's good. That's good. The community. Yeah, man. Compliments of the season. Can we sit on the race?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, yeah, man. Hang on, let me just see this. This is Patrick in France. I have a dilemma every day. I want to hydrate, but when I see available, bro. Yeah, exactly. So either you don't have enough in there or you have a lot in there and you go, oh, I've got to take that out. Brother, look, compound one day, claim the next if that's what you want to do. At least you're going to have some money in your pocket regardless, you know. But again, not financial advice. It's just the way it is. And hey, yes, we have Folly on here now, and Folly just has so much insight into everything that happens with Drip and all the new things that are coming. I mean, super smart guy. You know, he's my idol. Bow to your brother. So if there's anything in regards to like having to know breakdowns of, you know, like with the new Drip Liberation, how that works. You know, there was a question earlier, bro, about reservoir balance. Will it continue to play a big part in price going forward? I don't know if you want to add to that. I already addressed it, and Josh already addressed it. But you know, it's something that. What do you think? What's your take on that? Will the reservoir balance continue to play a big part in price going forward?
Yes, in many ways. So
Yes.
if you look at the locked liquidity, nobody can ever tamper with that. So there's only one direction to that, and that's up. Right now, it's at about 35.6 drops, and one drop is 10 BNB. So what that means is that there's about 350 BNB locked away from everybody. Nobody can pull it out. So it's going to keep increasing the price floor for Drip. Imagine 2-3 years from now when we have about 100 drops in that locked liquidity. I hope you remember where that one is coming from. It's the 2% from everybody dropping 10% in and out.
Yep.
So for every compound you do, there's something always dripping into that locked liquidity. So a big yes is going to always have an effect or an impact on the price of Drip for as long as it exists. The other thing is the more that contract balance grows, the more we remember the sword and shield concept. So the more the attacking force that we've got, because if we run into a bull run again, I mean, we are in a bear phase. We are not in a bear market. They are two different things. But once you get into full swing of bull run, our sword becomes sharpened through the reservoir.
So are you deliberating that the new drip garden with the BUSD would be our shield and the drips would be the sword?
So the BUSD liquidity overall, whether that be in the garden, whether that be in Pancake Swap, yes, that's our shield, exactly. Awesome. So it's something like a defense against the crazy market wars. You know, when the market is at war, we are shielded by the stable coin liquidity that we've got. But when the market wants to go to war, we've got the BNB on the side to go to war with them too. So that's where all that analogy came from. So yeah, it's going to play a big part because people like me, I've got about I got almost 3.5% of reservoir, and I'm not taking it out anytime soon. Yeah, and that's me committing to keep the price floor as stable as possible. Because once you start pulling that out, if myself and Bitcoin Pro pull out our reservoir,
oh well,
that's like almost a combined 12 or 15%. So we don't want to do that. So I mean,
do you think people are going to move any capital from drips into garden because of the 3%? Or do you think that the majority of people are going to keep that and just add fresh capital to the garden?
Okay, this is strategy now, and I'm open to talking about this. So the drip garden is so innovative, and I think it's going to keep growing. But as we get closer to the farm, because there was so much FOMO into the garden when it started, people will want to take out some of their profits into the what's it called? Into the farm, because let me play some scenarios for you. A lot of people had about 3,000 drip BUSD, and at the time it was about $90,000. What a lot of people did was to throw in the 90K into the drip garden, not even understanding what it's about.
Yeah, that's right.
So once we get close to the farm launch, and they start to see how this is going to be, how they are going to need their LP so bad, they will start to claim seriously. What people like me have done is I've thrown in about 700 LP that I don't even want, and I can keep compounding for the lifetime of the drip garden. So when others are trying to pull out close to the farm, I might be adding more capital. So yes, the drip garden will keep going. People are going to be pulling out. Those that are putting too much, they're going to pull out. Those that are putting so little, in my own terms, little, we are going to try to, keep compounding at that time when the plants will be so cheap. So yes, there's going to be always new wave of capital coming in, because we understand that the balance multiplier is good and the time multiplier is also good too.
Is there any maximum payout on the garden?
No, because when you mean maximum, you mean max cap per wallet, something like that.
Yeah, like how on the faucet, you have your deposits and then you have your max. I'm not sure what the exact term is. Give me 1 second. Your max payout. Is that cappable on the garden, or is that something that's unlimited?
Oh, it's unlimited, and I can see, and I can see the reason why. Remember, we are trying to gun for a 1 of 3 billion TVL. So what that means is that we need crazy liquidity for when we approach that. So that's why there's no point really capping the garden, because it's not even a token, It's not like it's a token. It's not like Garden has got his own token. It's a drippy USD liquidity. Yeah, exactly. So and I will tell you this, I think the reason why Forex made sure this was so sustainable is because we don't want to lose that BUSD liquidity. So new wave of capital every single time has been encouraged with the bonding curve it put on that shit, and it's awesome.
Shout out to Forex.
I know.
It's interesting that you mentioned about people selling out and stuff before it comes to the farm, to put into the farm. Man, we saw it with drip the other day, right? We saw it from around $80, close to $80, and then it went down to 54 just before the launch of Drip Liberation contract. And I think we're going to see the same on the 4th. We're going to be seeing something very similar. So that's an opportunity, guys. Have your bags ready to buy some more. Right? Buy the dip. Right. Absolutely buy the dip. And, it's going to happen. And people were asking questions. Why is the price going down? Weren't we expecting that the price is going to go up because of this? Well, man, if you're sitting there on that live on that night, man, I watched it from 54 all the way up to 94. In the space of 15-20 minutes. It was crazy, and my finger was on the trigger. I was gonna go, because I got a big bag sitting there, right? I'm going, I'm gonna sell. I thought, no, I won't. And then as I thought, I might sell a little bit, I saw it go from 94 to 71. Someone beat me to it. But it really doesn't matter when you consider last Friday we're only at $34.
Yeah.
Right? Last Friday it was only $34. And then to where it went from there and where it is now, we're still way ahead. It's madness, And I think we'll see the same with the farm. That you'll have this dump, and then it'll bounce back, and then it'll have another correction, but we're still going to be better off than what we are today, in my opinion. So
when does that marketing stuff come out? Is that this Monday then they're going to start that?
I don't know. Folly, do you know any more on that? The actual marketing of it?
Yes. So I think on Monday, Forex has said, we can't hold into it because, things change in the market and things change without prior notice. So we've got DAP Radar
Yeah.
Cointelegraph. We've got I think PoolCoin, and we've got some influencers too. So it wants them to all work at the same time so that you can create that cascading effects in terms of marketing. So yeah, it said Monday, but we'll see what happens. But it's good. When I see something on Cointelegraph and then I see the same thing on and I see the same thing on DAppRadar, I'm going to want to pay attention to that same thing. You know what I mean? So I think that's the plan. And I think it's good.
Where are we on DAppRadar at the moment? I'm just going to bring this up. DAppRadar right now. Yeah, we're still at number 5. So that's awesome. Number 5 that's a great achievement.
It is.
Absolutely amazing achievement, considering like how many dApps are out there, and to be up there, and we're the only ROI style platform that's up there in that top 5.
Right.
Yeah. So super bullish, man. Super bullish on this thing.
It is.
Again, it's just a matter of having patience. This is a totally different thing. Drip is a totally different thing to what most people are used to in the world of crypto. And you need to be patient. Yeah, need to be patient. I mean,
you mentioned the farm, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I think that will play a big part because everybody has let go of their LPs in the garden right now, and you can't ROI in the drip garden right now. Just before the farm. So a lot of incentive for people to create more LPs now that the farm is on the 4th of January. So yeah, I can see a lot of people buying drip and paying up with BUSD to get into the farm. I like the fact that the drip garden came out first. It's holding about $6 million right now, and I think that's good. Wow. So yeah, the farm is going to create another wave, and you don't want to start saying price drip is going to go to 120. Now you have people like the person that dropped the price start to get a side bag and then try to sell when the price goes crazy. Yeah, so I will not say that, but yeah, it's bullish for drip overall.
Absolutely, Mr. G. Big shout out to you, brother. I did send you an invite, and I understand you just want to watch that. So there you go. Good to see you on there. Great to see you on there. But yeah, man, like I really think it's just going to pump again. This next, couple of weeks or this next couple of months is just going to see us go through the freaking roof. The farms, the NFT thing that's coming out, the Rockstar we have out there, the recording artists we have out there. We have lots of stuff going on, and man, just hold on, guys. It's going to be an even more amazing ride than it already has been. So, Fiat Hater just messaged me. He said, "Loving the chat. I'd love for you to come on it as well, bro. But up to you." So, there you go. Sorry, Folly.
No, I was about to say, it's not what. So I think this is directed to Duke and is it Todd? Sorry, I want to be sure I'm pronouncing it right.
Todd.
Oh, Todd. Okay, yeah. So since you're new in drip, price does not really matter in drip. It's what you do that matters. It's how you is a behavior that matters. Those that bought drip at $59 in July, they are all ROIing right now because we are close to that all-time high again. So if all they've done was claim out from 50 something to $7, their account is almost dry right now. But if they've rolled all the way through, their token count might have almost doubled, and now we're back to the price they bought in at. So that's why. And if all you did was buy low and have been selling too, I mean, you're still short changing yourself. So that's why we say a lot of things like it's not really, price does not really matter. It's what you do in the ecosystem that matters. It's an ecosystem that encourages positive actions. And if you're disciplined, you're patient, you're going to reap so much from drip. You're going to reap so much.
So yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's what we got some advice from Danny in regards to how to go about compounding one day, claiming the next day, and so on and so forth, and building up that bag. And that's really, advice that we've taken to heart and we've implemented on our own side. So we're definitely following along and really looking forward to it. So it's been going great.
Awesome.
You're gonna retire. You're gonna retire in 2 years.
Oh yeah, man.
We're just both gonna quit our jobs next year. That's decided.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that's such an amazing thing. It's like on my previous streams, I have mentioned about like one of my team members back then. When we hit 59 back then, I fully remember that we went from $3 something up to $59 in the space of 3 weeks. I had one of our team members buying at $57, and then we went right back down to $7, over a period of time. But he's been compounding, but also claiming, right? And I got to speak with him the other day, and he was loving what the price is, because I said to him right from the beginning, just be patient, man. Just keep compounding, take some out, leave it in your bag. And, he was messaging me yesterday. He goes, bro, now I've got money just sitting there that just gives me back all that money that I put in before. So now I'm in a position now, the price has come back up, and I'm in a much better position. I'm generating so much more every day now, but at the same time, I've been able to take out my money.
That's good.
Right?
That's good.
And he's taking that out to have a great Christmas, So Ferds is in the house. Ferdy, great to see you, brother. For the guys that don't know Ferds is also on my team. And he's one of the admins now in the Drip Philippines Telegram group. Folly, if you didn't already know, bro, we set up Drip Philippines Telegram. Obviously not official, but it's starting to go well. Ferds, I put him in as one of the admins, and he's also been one of that's very instrumental in getting that up. Same as Josh. And I was surprised, and I've got to give you this big shout out, Ferds. I don't know if your audio is working, but I got to give you this big shout out, because I remember when you first came in, you knew absolutely nothing about drip, and that wasn't that long ago. And I was helping you through, and I noticed he was always watching videos and looking at this and looking at that and letting me know. And I'm like, that's awesome. He's disappeared, but I'm still going to do this shout out for him anyway. And I noticed in chat the other day in the Drip Telegram group, someone was asking some things, and man, his replies were 100% on point, and it was like 5 or 6 paragraphs, right? And he just picked that all up. Yeah, man. So big shout out to Ferds. He's come a long way. I don't know. Zach disconnected. You'll get him back on this.
There he is.
Yeah, there you are, Ferds. Hey. So, yeah, man. I just gave you a big shout out, Ferds, and gave you some props, man. And I'll send you some drip later on as well. But super impressed on what you're doing with the Drip Philippines Telegram group.
My pleasure.
Love it.
My pleasure.
And he speaks Alak-Azul, and he speaks so much better Tagalog than me. So it's great to have him on it, right?
Still a lot to learn.
Oh, but man, look. The way that you're answering people's questions in there, and hats off to you, bro, because you've come a hell of a long way in such a short period of time, and it's good to see, amazing. Zach, if you can hear us, man, your audio devices are not connected. That's why I can't add you to the stream. But Ferds, how long you been in it, bro?
Yeah.
How long you been with us now on the team?
Just over a month.
Well, there you go.
And I've tripled my capital.
Well, there you go. How's that? You hear it here, guys.
That's good.
Yeah. And again, like Ferds, it's good to have Ferds there, because man, how huge an impact is that for someone living in the Philippines? That kind of an income in the Philippines is just it's amazing for these low income earners. Same as like Nigeria, right, bro?
Yeah. It is. Yeah. The same,
Huge
yeah. Yeah, it is.
you know,
What's
even having 10 drip.
Yeah, what some people earning, those that got into drip with me on the first day when it launched, right now, they are earning what a professor earn in a month, in a day.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's it. You know, my goal when I first got into this was that I wanted to reach a point that I would be generating enough dividends or income every day from the things that I was doing in crypto to match any income that I would be generating if I was living in any country in the world. Okay. So no matter where I went, I wouldn't have to work. And I've reached that like many times over already. Okay, sorry, not trying to be a show off, but
Awesome.
you know,
Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul. So that's the whole thing about it is like you just set these goals and man, I set these goals and you just achieve them so much faster than what you would normally think you would. Right? This is crypto. It moves so fast. It really moves so fast.
Absolutely.
I've been in it for a year, and I was my mum called me the other day, and I was speaking with my mum because my mum's like my greatest fan. I love her. She's just amazing, and she's really the only one in the family that's kind of following what I'm doing. And I just sent her a couple of screenshots the other day of a couple of my accounts. I said, "Mum, look, this is the reality," And because we were talking about, am I going to go back to Australia? Yeah, I'm going to go back to Australia, but I'm also looking at buying property here and other parts of the world and this and that. So I sent her just a screenshot of a couple of the accounts, and her reply, mate, we're Aussies, okay? So we're Aussies, so we got really bad mouths, and she goes, "Oh fucking hell." 77-year-old mother.
How young is she? How young is she?
77. 77.
Oh my.
Yeah. And obviously
She's so fortunate.
Aussies. So she goes, "Oh fucking hell." There's no point in me ever having a job. Right? What's the point? Right? So yeah, it's pretty amazing. And to be involved in something like this now and seeing how it's going to affect like your children, if you have children, how it affects your family, or trying to get your family involved, and how huge an impact it's going to have on them. And like now, it's no big secret that there's been a lot of support to Filipino families, right, from Filipinos that are abroad. Okay, now in the past, that could have actually put a major strain on someone's wallet, right? Their own personal funds, because there's an obligation to help your family, etc. I'm not just talking about Philippines, but lots of places in the world where you've got family members that are working abroad, but they've got family back home which are not earning so much money. So, being able to set up accounts that are specifically there to be able to take that part of helping people, right? Instead of it now coming out of your own pocket and you need to help these people, well, there's an account that's specifically set up that you can take funds from and give it to these people to help them out, and then teach them to do it themselves. So at the end of the day, it's like a whole beautiful cycle, everyone's just helping each other. Yep. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Then I'd just like to mention that a super typhoon has hit the country, right? Just last week.
Yes, that's
And
right.
a lot of, maybe hundreds of thousands of Filipinos now don't still have power.
Yeah, that's right. That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. Now, we could look at it on another angle as well,
Mhm.
right? If we start helping people at this stage, and we know every year that happens, Ferds, every year
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
we have things like that. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how many typhoons hit the Philippines every year, but it's a
At least
ridiculous amount.
21. At least 21.
At least 21 typhoons every year. Okay. And it literally wipes out villages and places. Now, drip literally has the ability to change people's lives, change their homes, change the way that they receive electricity and everything like that. It can literally change that. right? My own personal opinion, but I don't know, Ferds, do you agree? You know,
Yeah,
if
definitely.
they can have an income to build a more, you know, a much stronger house, that's
Yep.
really what it comes down to over here, is having the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You
with
know,
the income from drip, they could build stronger houses, and
yeah,
or
absolutely,
they could help rebuild other homes, right?
absolutely,
If they band together.
yeah, that's right. And you know, and a lot of people really do want to help, but they don't have the money to help.
That's true.
If they have drip, well, yeah, you know, I mean, we look at these airdrops that we're going to do on the 23rd. Okay, even let's say it's just a 60. Let's say it's just 60. Now, I'm sure there's going to be more than 60 drip by the time the 23rd comes along. But you look at that, even like 20 drip from my own pocket, that's at today's price. What is it? I don't know, 50, 60.
66, I think.
That's like, you know,
11,
60,000 pesos.
1120, yeah, US dollars.
Yeah. So that's like 60 to 70,000
66, yeah.
pesos. Now that is a huge amount for people over here. You know, that's huge. And even with that, let's say they got 10. If they had 10 and what it produces every day, like even just 10 coins and you're just claiming it every other day, that's more than what, you know, a lot of people make here with just 10 coins. And then they compound it. Once they reach 100 coins, that's literally life changing. Literally life changing.
Th-
You know, we're
There's
not
this
even talking about getting to the thousands. Yep. Sorry.
there's this member of the main chat, of the drip main chat, who's, I think he's from Brazil,
Yeah.
and he mentions that he gave his dad money from
Yeah.
his drip, and his dad was moved to tears. Because
Absolutely. And you hear these stories all the time, bro. It's like, you know,
yeah.
I won't say who it is, but it, when this all first started, you know, a really good friend was able to change his father's pension like 4 times the amount in the space of a month. Can you imagine doing that, being able to do that for your folks or whatever, because they haven't had the proper retirement plan set up all these years, but to be able in such a short period of time, what quadruple or even 10x what they were what they were getting from their normal retirement, that that is a real impact. That is a real impact that we can have with drip.
And
Which brings me to the yes, sorry, no.
I was just going to say that's just the thing, you know. There's the few people that I tried talking to, family members and whatnot, and they're scared of it, and it's
Yeah.
like you get a little sad because you're almost leaving them behind. But with this, it actually puts you in a position to help them in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the way another way you can discuss it with people is, I mean, I don't know about the US, but I know in Australia, obviously, we have like superannuation funds in Australia and retirement funds, etc. Most of the people like Josh's age in Australia now, even older than Josh, by the time you reach retirement age, there'll be two things. One, there won't be a pension anymore, or two, the pension that you do get is not going to be enough to cover you anyway for you to live nice and comfortable.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually see a lot of these things on social media of like young people. They'll post a like a graph, and it's like a 40-year chart, and they'll put in, say, you put in 20 grand at age 20, and then it puts in the stock market average of the past 40 years. But people don't understand, like, there's a lot of things coming outside of crypto, like inflation and supply things that aren't going to clear up for a little while. And I don't think the stock market is definitely the best place to put your money. And things like drip are making it so you can put it somewhere safe, somewhere accessible, where it's going to grow, and you don't have to worry. I'm in sort of a similar boat to Danny, where like I want things that aren't going to stress me out. Like I come from the stock market, trading crypto. So when he talks about all this stuff, I know what it's like to lose all your money trading crypto, all that stuff. So having something like this is just absolutely game changing for people from all walks of life and of all ages.
Yeah,
I love it.
absolutely.
I'd like
Josh
to
is
add on to
19
that.
and semi-retired. Right?
I think
Sorry, Josh.
a lot of people just can't believe the power of drip because they're used to this kind of thinking where it's not easy to gain such an
Mm.
amount of income. So they cannot go beyond this mindset. It's so hard for a lot of people. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, how could you think anything different? I mean, when someone says to you, you know what, you can have your whole retirement fund through drip, you can have that in a year. Whereas you've spent your whole life trying to put something into something, so into a retirement fund, and you're going to have that at the age that you retire. Dude, you can do
Yeah.
this in a year, and
Yeah.
people
And
go, "Nah, it's impossible."
Yeah.
the
Well,
issue with
I tell
the
you, it's
things
not.
that have come the things that have come before this have all been purple people eaters, they've been pyramid schemes,
Yeah,
Ponzi
exactly.
schemes, but drip isn't, like, and that's the big difference. Like,
Yeah,
the thing when you talk about people being scared, like, some people a bit old, like considerably older than me, have seen things like this come along offering high returns and then they see something like this and they're like, oh, it's just a pyramid scheme or it's a scam.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that's
Yes.
why people like us are here. And there's, if you look in the
Mhm.
drip chart all over the website, it explains how it's not a pyramid scheme. And I think that's a one thing that I think would help clear up for a lot of people, because they see that high investment, they're like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme or it's dodgy.
Mm.
Whereas when they hear about how the money comes back into the system and about the drips and the garden and all of the ways that money is generated and kept in drip, it's people
Yeah.
start to understand. In my experience, but it definitely takes time, and some people are a lot longer than others.
Well, I guess at the end of the day as well, look, we've been here since April 22. I mean, it's
Good for
new on
you.
the large scale of things, but we've got a history now. We've got a history. We know where it can go, and we know where it can go on, like in both ends of the spectrum, right? And the support, and you can see like every day, like what Forex is adding to it, and these new use cases that are coming in. It's just getting even more and more solid, right? That you never hear about. Oh, it's going to get rug pulled. I mean, dude, it's not going to get rug pulled. All right, that's I'm just telling you straight out. If it gets rug pulled, I'll have whatever drip I have there, man. I'll just share it out with the community. I don't give a shit. All right?
Yeah, the beautiful thing about drip and all these other projects that we recommend is if you know a little bit about coding, someone that does, you can even hire someone to go through the back end contracts behind all of this stuff.
Yeah.
To make sure that everything's legit and that everything's right. And I personally know a little bit about coding. I've been doing it for a while. I know a few people that have as well and that do it for other projects. So I can ask them, hey, is this legit? Is this good? And everything I've heard about drip has been outstandingly positive.
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
Just on that, on the from the 7th until the 12th, I'm probably not going to be on here all the time. I'm taking some time out, guys. My 7th is my 15-year wedding anniversary with my wife, and we never actually went on a honeymoon, right? Never. So we're going to just go back to the hotel that we stayed in when we got married, and we're going to be there for a couple of days. Then we're going to come back, and we've rented out like a whole resort, which we're going to have some of my wife's family and my kids and stuff. So we've rented out the whole resort. That'll be from the 10th to the 12th. And I'll do live streams from there, just so I can show people what it's like. And
So you're gonna rub it in a little bit.
well, just
Give
living
you
the
a
life,
taste.
man.
I mean, come on, we're sitting up here with a foot and a half of snow and 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're sitting down there.
Brother, look, give me the snow any day. I love the cold. Seriously, I love the cold.
Come on up here then. Spend a couple days.
Man, when we can travel, I'll definitely be coming to see you guys. So
Come to the Philippines, dog. And talk.
Right. I love the heat, so absolutely.
Yeah.
man, you got to do it. By that time, like next year, as I said, I'm buying a 24 hectare property as well as a 5 hectare property with a waterfall and freshwater stream going through.
Is that a
one
type
of the
of
properties.
is that a type of wig? Hectare hair? I thought no.
So, and there's a section of that property that like it's 80% flat and 20% and up is mountainous, and it's part of what's called the Sea of Clouds over here. So you've got this mountain range where you actually on the top and you can look down over the clouds. So 20% of the property is part of the Sea of Clouds. So, you know, come over. I'm going to set up a nice camp area beside the stream, and we can just chill out in nature. And you know,
here you walk out your front door, you get harassed by a moose.
They're not to be messed with either. They're scary.
Yeah. Well, I guess over here, what you got to look out for the snakes. There's a lot like that. We've got king cobras out here.
I'll take moose any day. Yeah, I wanted to add something into that. You guys were talking about life changing and being scared of this and that.
Yeah.
I got into the crypto world with a hope, a prayer, and a 1000x promise. It didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. I told mom and dad, I said, hey, I'm gonna quit my job. I got a wonderful wife that supported the decision. She knows that when I put my mind to something, it's done. Whether it might take a few times of reminding me every now and then, but that's okay. I get it done no matter what. This has been successful, and I've lost a lot of money in other things. Drip hasn't been one of those. So what I decided to do is, I talked to the family, and they're like, "Oh, that guy's crazy, putting the fake money in the internet money," and goes. And it turns out, I just decided that mom and dad, I have, my parents were remarried, so I have 2 moms, 2 dads. I'm going to give them each a drip account, and it has at least 200 beautiful coins in it a piece. Wow. And I'm going to say, this is yours now. You do whatever you want with this. Take care of it.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
That's so awesome, Zach.
It's what you got to do. I mean, I technically should. I need like 40 accounts for all the people it took to raise me. So I just, I'm working on it. But, I'm getting there. So we'll start out with moms and dads first, and then we'll go from there. But yeah. Anytime we can, the one thing I've found is that, you know what? I'm spending my money while I have it. And if I can help people along the way, I'm going to do that. And Drip has been one of the most positive things I've seen to help me with that. So we're going to keep keeping on and seeing what we can get done.
Yep.
So I want to thank Danny for that one, getting me in this and enlightening. He did take a big pin and he popped my head because I started floating away I got a little carried away with how excited I got with my ego there, but he brought me back down. So thanks a lot, Danny.
Man, all good, bro. You guys know I'm always here. And my responses to you guys are never laced with bullshit. Okay. I'm straight down the line with you. And, I advise you, come on, Zach. No, there's a lot of info out there, and I've pretty much studied it all in regards to this. And so when you say something to me, again, not financial advice, it's entirely up to you, but I've already seen what works. Okay. Everyone has their own strategies, of course, but when you ask me about something, I'm not going to mention exactly what it is, but Doug and Todd, you asked me about something last week, and I gave you my straight down the line with that. Okay.
Right. Glad you did.
Yeah, this is great, but this and but that, and so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But look, at the end of the day, man, this is freaking working, and it's literally changing lives. So, what more can we ask for?
Absolutely.
But yeah.
A wave runner that you can buy.
Wave runner?
Yeah, like a jet ski. That makes people happy. I know it does.
Oh, why not? It's beautiful. And we can all be doing that very soon. Actually, I spoke with the wife about this the other day. Like doing these airdrops and stuff like that. And again, you guys know I don't really do regular airdrops because I space my teams out over certain accounts. Okay. And some of those accounts are still growing, but when they grow to a bigger point, then I'll be doing more frequent airdrops. But, when you look at the amount, like the dollar value of airdrops, the wife and I were talking about it the other day, and I'm like, well, you know what? We're all good. We're not starving. We can buy pretty much anything we want. Let's just share some down. You know what I mean? There's why not? And to be in the position to be able to do that is freaking beautiful, man. You know, I can literally go to sleep every night and not have to worry about shit. And I can wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, not thinking just about, oh, how much I'm earning today, because obviously that's a nice thing. But literally,
Nice.
how many people you can help. How many people you can help. My satisfaction is looking at my teams and going, or even not in my teams. I help people that are not in my teams, right? I can look at them and go, man, they've been in it for a month or two, but look how much of an impact it's had on their life. You know, even if it means like being able to put their kids into better schools than where they are now, or, you know, buying that little bit extra for Christmas this year as opposed to, you know, what they had last year, or that in itself is just freaking beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. And that comes from having
I said Merry Dripmas.
Merry
Oh, good
Dreamers.
one.
Very Dripmas,
Absolutely. You know, it is. It's just it's beautiful to be able to see that, and that's where the satisfaction comes from, man. It's yeah, guys. I grow my teams, but I never actually look at the rewards. That's never what I base it on, ever. Right? I know that my account's going to be creating this and that. So, you know, when I talk to people and help them like build teams or put people underneath them, it's always about what's going to benefit that person that's just getting in. It's not about benefiting their upline or whatever, because like, you know, I'd be doing them an injustice if I was thinking only of their upline. So, you know, and to be able to help people and be honest about it, not having to hide anything about it, just giving them real facts and how it's really going to change them, you know, that touches the heart and the soul, man. And it's possible for everyone to do it. Absolutely possible for everyone to do it. So
How long did it take? How long did it take me to come to my senses?
well,
What, one conversation we realized that I actually had a drip account, and
yeah,
within what, maybe a week I had more.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So yeah,
And
it's amazing.
I didn't have to present to you. I didn't have to present to you strange. I mean, like crazy things at all, bro. Just broke it down to exactly what it is. You know, it's exactly what it is. Sure, I show, like when I speak with people, I show them like the calculators and stuff like that, because that gives you an idea, like a real idea of holy shit, right?
Well, it also shows perspective to people. Like sometimes people will look at things differently. You know, you go in a different pair of shoes every day and you'll see things a different way, right? So
that's right.
You present it in a way that gives, you know, the multiple different learning styles a way to see things. So the angle of the fidangle, if you will, you know, it makes it easier for everyone. I saw, I don't know, like dollar signs. And I'm like, this is life-changing. I'm doing this now. Like, why didn't I pay attention, or why didn't I learn more? Do my own research. I just said, all right, that's all right. Where did everyone go? Oh, no. You know, and that was the end of it. And along came Danny, and there came Josh, and now we got Todd and Doug. And, you know, these are all guys that I've met along the way. Now, I've met, you know, those two over there in the corner. I've known them for a long time, but I met Josh through this crypto world, and you know, we kind of been on this same train, same car, probably even the same aisle of the seats. For
we met at the same dealership. We met at the same shitty dealership that sells shitty cars.
That's right. But you know, think about it. That kid, how old are you, Josh?
19.
Yeah. He's 19. I'm 36. I just started 19. Crypto. I'm going into 1 year of this. That man right there, if you got some questions, you go ahead and ask him. He'll load your brain up. These two guys up the top, I know them personally. They got a lot of crypto knowledge. And I met Josh in another company, and the kid blew my mind. I said, I gotta hold on to him. I can't let him go. I think I'm riding his coattails, if anything. Jeez.
Yeah.
You know,
No stress, brother. No, I'm happy to have you with you, brother. And you, mate, you've got incredible value yourself, and you've taught me some great
Hell
things.
yeah.
I'm happy to have met you. And yeah, we've come to some great places, and yeah, we're gonna get even further.
Stick with us.
Alak-Azul to that.
Alak-Azul, baby.
ALAKAZUL.
Oh man, it is, and yeah, the community is amazing. You know, you meet people that actually, like all of you guys on the screen right now. I haven't met you in person, only online. But I tell you what, in a situation like this, you know, Josh could reach out to me if he was ever in an emergency situation. I wouldn't hesitate. Right? I would not hesitate to help. As an example, not that he'd ever be in that situation, but that's how I feel for these guys, like Zach. You know, Doug and Todd. We're getting to that point as well. You know, there's just that's the community. You build up that. Man, it's a love, no homo, hey, but it's, you know, like for me, it's love. You know what I mean? And you build that, and you build that respect, and it's just amazing.
It's been the power of crypto for me, and more inside of that, Drip has widened that even further. You know, we've talked about doing charity accounts, all sorts of stuff. It's like crypto for me was like that first level of getting into stuff, learning how the stuff works. But Drip is sort of, it looks like it's the best financial product out there at the moment, in my opinion. Financial advice, doing research. But, you know, you see what's going on DAppRadar. You look at the statistics, how fast the new accounts are growing. Like, the amount of accounts that we had in one day was the same as like 1 month in the beginning. It's just growing so fast. And, like, everything on Drip is compounding. The people, the money. It's great. Like, compounding is like the key. Like, if you know a bit about anything to do with financial maths, like compounding will take you further than anything will. And Drip is sort of the key to this, in my opinion, today. You know, there might be other things out there that come along, but Drip has changed lives, and I think it'll keep doing it.
Absolutely.
I have a question about the accounts.
Yep.
Yeah. Is the figure, the numerical figure there at the website? So members, is it members there, or is this a number? Sorry, in the swap page. In the swap page, I think there are members there. Is it the number of wallets or the number of people in Drip right now?
I believe it's the number of people who have added a buddy.
Yeah. Actually, Folly touched on this on one of our last streams as well. I don't know if you're still there, Folly. If you want to touch on that, I'm going to take a little boys' room break myself. I'll be right back. So you guys can keep talking with you, like doing what you're doing there. I'll be right back.
Sorry, what was the question again? I'm sorry, I'm just multitasking. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
So Folly, is the number there on the swap page with the members on the members title? Is that the number of people now in Drip, or just the number of wallets?
Oh, the player count on the what is that value right now? Let's see what it is right now.
Yes.
So
I think it's over 23,000.
Yeah, I'm checking now. It's 24,022. So that's that's those that are in the faucet, those that are in the reservoir, those that have bought Drip at some point and have still got dust in their wallet, even though they put all of them into the faucet. So they are regarded as wallet as holders. And it's also those that have bought Drip and sold everything at once at some point. So it's a combination of these 4 people.
Folly?
Yes, go ahead.
Do those wallets need to have added a buddy or not?
So if they've added a buddy, they are going. That's a good question. So if you add a buddy and you don't deposit, you are not counted anywhere here, because you must have deposited into the faucet to be regarded as a faucet player, and you would have been called a player if you bought Drip. So the priority is buying drip in all of this.
So do you need to have a buddy and then deposit that
So-
into the faucet? Or into drips, or so your account's active on the
you need-
contract?
Yes, exactly. Yes. So
So it's the amount
you
of
only
accounts that are
counted as a
interact-
faucet.
Sorry, I was just saying, is it the amount of accounts that are interacting with the contract, like the smart contract?
Yeah, right. So anything that's interacted with the smart contract, that's what you are seeing in the players right now. Whether they've sold all of their drip, or they're in the faucet, or they're in the reservoir, yeah, all of that.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
With a
Chris?
different stats.
Okay.
So those in the faucet is 21.4. Those in
Yes.
reservoir is about let's see again, what's the one again? So 21.4 plus those in the reservoir is about 1,400. No, sorry, 1,322. So that
Where
gives
do you
us
get-
about 22,700. Sorry?
Where do you get the stats for the reservoir, Polly?
Oh, if you click reservoir, you just scroll down, you're gonna see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so 21.4 in the faucet, 1.3 in the reservoir, that's 22,700 thereabout. Those that have interacted with the smart contracts,
Did Foley just drop out?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
So-
He'll be back.
I was having
He'll
quite a
be
bit
back.
of trouble myself right off the bat. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah. You're
But
okay
I
now.
have
It's
a
all clear
question.
now.
I have a question
Yep.
about these numbers and stuff. Let's say
Yep.
I'm
Polly's back.
There's Polly.
Oh, yes, sorry, guys. My phone shut down.
There you go.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, so
So Zach-
the rest 1,300, maybe they've bought drip and they sold everything, but because they've interacted with the smart contract, they're going to be counted as a player. So that's
Yeah.
what makes it for the 24,000. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Zach, you said you had a question regarding
Yes,
those numbers?
I've been trying to figure out some numbers, and maybe one of you guys can help me with this. Let's say I have accounts that I'm trying to use for a specific reason. We're just going to go with an easy number here. Let's say I have 10 drip accounts, okay, and there is
Yep.
185 drip in each one. I want to take those 10 accounts and make another account. How many days do I have to compound to get another account at 100 coins? Right?
Off the top of my head, I wouldn't be able to.
Right?
So-
Yeah.
so-
I had to go to the head doctor and get a new head and explode it.
So if you
What
go
do you-
185 drip in 10 accounts, you said?
185.
185.
Yeah. So in those 10 accounts, you'll be able to generate 18.5 every single day. So
Yeah.
that means in
Wait,
4
what?
yeah, go ahead.
I can generate 18.5 drip per day.
In
Yeah,
all of them.
on the 10 accounts in total.
10 accounts.
Oh, I totally. Okay, yeah.
So that's
Right,
1.85 times 10. That's 18.5. So it's gonna
There you
take
go.
you almost 5.5
5 days?
5.5 days.
5 days, yeah.
Five and a half
Over 5
days to get 100 drip in one account.
That's
What are you
it.
looking at, Zach?
5 days. That's it.
Zach, you can buy another van.
I already did.
Yeah.
Holy cow! You can exponentially grow. So think about that.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly. So, but excuse me. But remember, you're just taking out from all of the accounts. You're not really. There's no compounding effect on any of them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So,
It would take
1.85
me 10 days because I compound claim.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Right.
actually, it'll be less than that because you are compounding in between, and then the next day is going to be.
Oh yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
go. I gotta go find some more things to sell to get some drip. I'll be back. Grandma, I'm going to the pawn shop.
Just gonna.
Oh, so Zakila is a very, oh my god, he cracks me up with his different voices. Jesus,
Man, great value, great value.
it's awesome. I love
Absolutely.
it. I love it. I listen
So
to
that
your.
answers that, Zach.
What's that?
That answers that.
Yes, it does. It's already
Okay.
been done.
I'm going to put this one up there. Okay. C, we have covered this before, but C, do you think we'll ever see the supply of drip reach zero? You know what? No, it doesn't work that way, in my own opinion.
Oh, I'd be wrong.
It doesn't work that way. But now, let's say it did. Let's say it did. If it went down to 1, I saw the chart of this the other day, but 1 drip. Look, if that ever happened, we would all be so mega rich that it wouldn't even freaking matter. Right? It wouldn't even freaking matter.
Well, that's why I shook my head yes, because I want that to happen. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. We'll just do drip 2.0, right? Then.
Yeah, well, I saw a chart the other day that showed all of that. So, hang on, what's this now? So, yeah, see, that answers that. The fact that we have fewer people in my city than in drip is still mind-blowing to me. When a fraction of the world finds out, wow, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's so interesting is that even people in crypto still cannot understand what drip is. Isn't it?
Well,
I find it really strange.
Thanks, C. Yeah, look, they can't understand what drip is. Well, this is probably the reason why you notice on most of my streams, I really don't go into all the technical. I really don't. I mean, we can, but I don't do it because most people find it hard just to understand the basic. Well, not most, a lot of people still find it hard just understanding the basics, let alone blowing their mind and going to every single detail, right? I mean, that's great. And when you need to do that, guys, go over and look at Drip Guide and look at Kelly's sites and all the other YouTubers out there. That's freaking awesome. But, I just try to bring it back down to basics. Look, at the end of the day, drip to me is about sharing. Right? It's about sharing the blessing. And if you can build conviction in what it is that you're doing, which I have so much conviction in what I'm doing now, all right, it's so much easier for you to tell people about it because you're not having to resort to just the figures. You can resort to talking about how life-changing it is, all right?
Yeah.
Emotionally is where most people come into something. They come into it on emotion rather than just on technical aspects, right? That's just my own personal opinion. And I've also heard, don't be emotional when it comes to cryptocurrency, which is also the case too. But you just got to find that balance, right? When I say don't be emotional when it comes to cryptocurrency, is like, don't freak out when the price comes down. Don't freak out too much when the price goes up. But the price is up. Yeah. That's awesome. But in regards to emotion and stuff, and again, the number one and piece of advice there is only ever go in with what you can afford to lose.
Yeah.
Right. And when you've gotten that back, then the rest is just play money. So it just becomes a lot easier and a lot more manageable to do it that way. So see, I just got another message from someone here. Wow. Thanks for a great live show. New drip enthusiast and now subscriber to your channel. Lots of love from Sweden, mate. Oh, now isn't that what makes it all worthwhile? That's just beautiful.
Alak-Azul.
We were actually just watching YouTube earlier on some cryptocurrency stuff, and there's probably 2 or 3 different channels out there that do reviews and things like that we came across that are actually including drip in their reviews now for money making.
Yep.
So the
passive
word is
income
out there for passive income. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get out there now, and I think that we're going to start seeing it more and more explode now that people are starting
Absolutely.
to realize what it is, and it's here to stay.
Yeah, drip was actually number one on one of them.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Especially now that the OHM forks all went down, I think.
Yeah, they're all kind of on the down, but I mean, there's reasons for that as well. Which I mean, you guys can comment about that. That's no problem. If there's anyone out there that wants to ask questions about that, that's fine. I'm not one to answer it, but there could be others here on the stream that can answer it. I'm not into them myself, but I am aware of them. I'm into other things as well, not just drip, but again, drip is a major part of my portfolio, only because, man, I can just chill. I can literally just chill. I don't have to worry about it. I mean, I can leave it there and I can go without checking it for a week or a month, which is kind of impossible for me because I'm here for all of you guys, right? But I could literally just walk away from it and know that it's still okay. I don't have to watch it. I'm not playing a speculative market, right? Yeah. And that's another beautiful thing about drip. It doesn't matter. You build yourself to a position. It doesn't matter what the price is. I mean, what else can you really say that about? You know,
right?
You couldn't. And so that's a beautiful thing that we have right here in front of us now, guys, is that, you can literally set yourself up, go and do whatever you got to do because it's all just passive income, and then just come back and check it later on and go, oh, wow, I've made some more money. And that's it. Right. Do I want to compound that today, or do I want to claim it out? Is there something I need to buy? It's it's so beautiful having that. And then I think, going back, Ferd's like telling people about like the bare basics of it. Mm-hmm. And I've said this many, many times in my streams. If it can help cover your bills, /drip pays my bills. The telegrams, right? That on its own
pays my vet bills.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, vet bills. Exactly. But in saying that, right, I think people will really start to understand a little bit more. How I started with mine, I set aside one bill first. Okay. One bill first. And I said, this month I have to generate enough to pay that one bill using drip. Okay. And if you can do that in that first month and you're compounding, it means that the next month you're still going to be able to do it. So then you add another bill, and then another bill, and then another bill. And then before you know it, all your bills are already covered, right? Continue to work if you want. That's fine.
No, don't. I mean, it's really nice to have free time, guys. But I'll say this in response. The wife said, we're not done Christmas shopping for everyone. I looked at her like, oh, wait. Yeah, I'll go claim some drip. And then we went shopping this morning. It was like, great.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Great.
Where would I have gotten that money from besides, thin air? I don't know if you can do that.
Well, you look at that, bro. You look at that in regards to like partnerships. Okay, I'm talking about partnerships as in husband and wife or whatever, right? 90% of the time, any arguments within that, right? Any arguments within that are usually financially based. All right. Mm-hmm. So when you can get to a point where this literally covers your bills, it takes away a big chunk of that tension. It takes away that big chunk of arguments because you can't pay this or you can't pay that. And yeah, some people won't admit to it being a financial thing, but I would say 90% of the time it is.
It's also important that if you're doing that is to clean up after yourself when you make a mess. I've been told.
Absolutely. But, if you can use it even just to the point that that's all it's doing, it's just paying your bills and putting food on the table, even if you're not talking about being multi-millionaire or whatever, although anyone that's in drip right now will be a millionaire, right? Isn't that nice? Is that a nice thing?
I don't like that statement. If I can run zero for the rest of my life, I'm happy with leaving my kids with no burden. That's always been my goal. Now being a millionaire, do you know how many jet skis I'm going to have? Holy cow. I'm just going to make a heated lake in my northern freezing country just so I can drive jet skis in the winter.
Yeah, that's it. So, you know, um, exactly. I mean, like we can have all these dreams and know that we can achieve those things, and but again, the important factor there is just bring it back to basics. When you're talking about it with somebody, bring it back to the basics, man. We don't need to go into all the details. Just bring it back to layman terms and say, hey, this can pay your bills. This can literally pay your bills. And
Right.
what you know, then what happens if you continue working? You're working no longer to pay bills. You're working just to save a little bit of extra, or do whatever you want with your salary or your wages, right? There's no more stress that holy shit, I have to go to work today because I've got to pay this at the end of the month. Man,
Yep.
the amount of stress that puts on people is just crazy. Yeah. And so if it's able to just do that little thing for you, take care of your bills, isn't that beautiful?
Yes, it is.
And yeah. And once you reach that point, again, you'll realize, like what I have, there's no rush in anything, man. There's no rush for me to like put heaps of money into it or whatever. There's no rush for that.
We are not Russian. We are Czechoslovakian, but not Russian.
God, I love this guy's voices, man.
Are you an
As I
actor,
told you, Zach,
Zach? Are you an actor, Zach? Or you can be in the movies.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have a face for radio, bud. Sorry.
Oh man.
You're so
But
funny.
hey, yeah, guys, anyone that's out there that's watching, if you want, if you have any questions or anything like that, we're happy to answer them for you while we're on the live. No problem with that. If you're a little bit shy to ask questions there, then just put it into the comments when this video is finished, and I'll try to address that on our next live stream. But man, I'm having a great time today. This is like I think it's a great stream.
Agreed.
Has
Yeah.
everyone joined the garden? I know Danny hasn't, but how about the rest? What's your experience? I haven't joined the garden too.
I don't like dirt. No, I decided that. So I just moved into a 100-year-old house, and there's a couple problems with it. So it's been a pretty much 20-hour-a-day working. Now, with the drip, I don't really have to worry about more than about 15 minutes to look at that every day because I can't help myself. I'd probably sit there all day and look at it, but I have a few other things to take care of at the moment. So
Yeah.
I decided, hey, it's a good project. I see utility in it. I see how it can benefit, everything around it. I didn't get in because I just didn't. I only allow myself so much time in a day, and I've learned how to blink and sleep at the same time. So that's how I sleep.
He has a
Somebody was
permanent
saying that it's important to do so, and I said I will come up with a new way to do that. So I just sleep when I blink, and that's one thing. But there's so many different projects out there. How does one decide that is one enough? Is two enough? Is 15 enough? How much time do I devote to that screen time? And am I doing what I set out to do with my original goal was to be a stay-at-home soccer dad in my van, Doug? That's always been my goal. I've always wanted to be.
But you're good at it. You're good at
be there and be there with my kids and be there for my wife. I don't mind putting on an apron and cooking. I mean, we might be having, hot dogs and mac and cheese every night, but you know what? I'll boil them, microwave them. But I'll find different ways to cook a hot dog.
Man.
But it is what it is. It's all about all these projects. Now, once the house is done, I hope the garden is going to do a relaunch just for me, so I can get in on it. There we go.
Well, that's a beautiful thing about it. You can get into it at any time, right? You can get into it at any time. So that's a beautiful thing. But again, yeah, I'm kind of the same as Zach. Look, I have put a little bit into it, but I don't have the time to like sit there and play it the way it should be played. For me personally, as you know, I've got Alak-Azul happening. I've got other things going on. I still want to be able to do what I'm doing now, is to be able to get up and be able to set time for my kids in the morning before they start school, helping them get organized because they're doing school online, helping with lunch and stuff like that. Because my wife still runs her business as well. And sometimes she doesn't go to bed till like 7, 8 or 9 in the morning. So There's no way I can expect her to get up to do those duties in the morning. Whereas with what I'm doing, it's like, man, my time is my own. You know, again, I jump on here and you guys can get me online most of the time, but you also know that if I'm not available, I'm not available. That's just it, you know, and that's because I set aside my time to do other things with my family. Yesterday, spent all day with my family. It was just beautiful. Love it.
Yeah, and I sat there. I'm like, come on, green dot, show up, green dot. Come on, green dot. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hey, what are you doing, Danny? Hey, I gotta talk to you. What's going on, Zach? Oh, just want to say hi.
We actually sent him a message and asked him if he was okay because we hadn't heard from him in a couple days.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm now at that point that I go, well, okay, this is supposed to be passive income, so I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it's passive income, right? Because in the first few months, it was just, nah, man, I'm on here like 18, 20 hours a day, like just supporting people and helping them grow. I mean, I'm not just talking about my directs or my directs. I'm talking about going so many levels deep and speaking with every single person, you know. And then I just realized that no, that I can't do that. For one, and we're going to step into a little bit about team building now. For one, if I continue to do that all the way down the line, I'm not going to create team leaders. Right.
Yep.
All I'm going to create is a huge team of just people that.
Well, you end up being a crutch is what happens. And if you become a crutch, it doesn't allow people to allow their own set of skills to blossom and become who they should be if they want to be that person. You know, one of the biggest things that stops people from doing anything is failure. Screw it. What's going to happen if you fail? Just do it again. I mean, one thing I learned at a very young age is how to be humble about being, you know, I'm wrong. Okay. All right. No problem. Now, it wasn't easy, like I just said, like that, but, you know, it took years to just say, okay, I don't argue about things anymore because it's just like, it's not even worth it. Like, let's just take our time and follow directions. If you follow directions, even like a slight chain of command. I mean, this is not a military by any means, but the Alak-Azul army might be someday. But the thing is if you're going to have someone like Danny come up and talk to you, sit down and listen and take a minute to listen to what he's got to say. Cause, I'm not the best at, so to speak, describing things to people in a paraphrase of way. However, I do enjoy talking with people, and if you get me in a BS and mood, like I feel like I don't even think about what it is that it's going on, and all of a sudden I've got 4 more people that want to join, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. So thanks, Danny. You know, but it is important to, you know what a good leader will do? Know when to pull back. Danny,
that's a very key point, bro. That's a very, very strong key point. You have to do that, and you know what? I mean, I've been around things for a long time, and I've created teams, and I've come from like network marketing as well. So I understand that structure, and it really, look, I was just on such a vibe and such a rush with Drip for so long that I just wanted to talk to everybody. Anyone that wanted to message me, I would just speak with them, you know, and that's just how it was. But when I got that dreaded disease and I was on my back for 3 or 4 weeks, right? And I was laying back there, and it made me realize, you know what? You're actually slowing your progress, Danny. You are. I was literally slowing my progress because I was spending too much time with other people that should have already known what they were doing, right? And then they weren't becoming a team leader. I was actually doing the wrong thing by them, by doing everything for them. Okay. So after that, I just took a step back and gone, no. People are going to start learning to do stuff themselves. They have access to the same amount of information that I have. Everything that I can get my knowledge from, they have as well. Yeah. And I think that's a really important factor when you're talking about building teams. And you just got to get to that point that, man, throw people into the deep end of the pool.
Like the literal, not the literal pool, but the figurative drip pool. Like don't really throw people in water. That's traumatizing. That happened to me. It didn't work. But with that being said, anyways, is that analogy of, you have your kids, right? If I'm going to always hold their hands across the street. I don't care if they're 35 and I'm 70. I don't care. But sometimes when we're like, all right, I'm done telling you, look both ways. If you haven't figured that out, it's time to learn. Like, whatever you're learning, my learning style is by talking with people. Reading a book, whoa, what was that? Page 1? Holy, I've been 17 nights in a row. I can't read this book. Watching a video, not so much, but I have to have interactiveness and be able to, even if you will, say hands-on, and it's kind of hard to do that in this world. Like, I mean, it's just like, okay, well, hands-on, Alak-Azul, that's the closest we're getting right there, hands-on, everybody learns different, but, that's always my thought is like, I can only teach my children for so long before it's time to be like, it's time to be an adult and take it on your own shoulders. Like, sometimes you got to throw them in the pool and you got to hold them down a little bit too.
Yeah,
maybe, No, with all that being said, it is important to, one, do your own research, and two, when, like I said before, if Danny speaks, take a moment to listen, because it's important what he's going to have to say. And there will be others along the way that you'll meet and see that will be integral part of your growth in drip. So, I mean, to anybody out there watching or listening, just take a minute for yourself and learn. And anybody else who doesn't know about it, teach them.
That's it.
Introduce them at the least. Show them a couple that Alaktrician channel, little subscription there, hit like and do all that good stuff. And then, come talk to us.
One thing too that's going to help out, I think, a lot is, the community that I've seen so far is large and it's growing. And we've even looked at it for being on Telegram and talking to some people on there and things like that. Sometimes it's not only up to the leaders of a certain team to maybe answer those questions. Reach it out to the community. Ask those questions out there to the community, and the community can give you a lot of good resources as well. We've actually helped a few people just with what little knowledge we have so far of what's going on. And it's just the fact of, you're making a new connection, and who knows down the line, you could make a new buddy on a team or something like that. Or
absolutely,
you never know who you're going to encounter. But if you have that team out there, allow the team to help you too. And then us as a team, take the time to also help those people.
Yep, that's right.
Bring them into your way.
Exactly. And like, again, bring us back to the Drip Philippines Telegram group. That's the main reason we set that up, right? Is that people can ask questions. They don't have to be part of our actual team. They can, again, guys, the arms are open. We can welcome you to our team. That's great. But there's no obligation for you to be part of our team. We'll still help you out. All right.
Oh, yes, there's an obligation. We're the cool kids.
Yeah, we are. So we're the cool kids. And guys, the links are down in the description. But again, man, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, share these videos with your friends, because we do discuss some pretty amazing stuff. I'm just going to put this up onto the screen. Hang on. Just before I touch on that, I'm going to put C's comment up there. I've learned that you can't save everyone, and those that still don't want to learn about drip, I have to walk away. And yes, very, very strong point. And that's a great point. Look, at the end of the day, if you do end up talking to people so much about it, what'll happen is that it's going to sound like you're selling, right? We're not in the business of convincing people. We don't have to convince people. Drip speaks for itself. It's about sharing the blessings and then, sharing the blessings. And when people get enough information and they decide that they want to come onto it, that's their actual decision to do that. It's not because you've pushed them, prodded them to actually do it. And then a lot of times those people that make that physical decision to come into it, well, they're the ones that are going to end up being team leaders as well. Right. And that's really what we want. There's no point getting thousands and thousands and thousands of people on there that have no idea what the hell they're doing, and they don't have any intent to learn any more about it. So yeah, see. Does anyone else want to add on to that before I go on to the next thing?
Yes. And that is, part of my question was about all the the numbers and.
You froze.
I'm sorry, my internet cut out there.
Yep.
I've decided that with my accounts, I'm going to wait until I can claim up to about anywhere from 10 to 15. And then I'm going to continue making those little accounts, and I'm going to give them to people and just say, okay, you watch this. I want you to do this on your own. I'll give them a basic knowledge on what to do. Then these people are never have touched crypto. And I say, you watch this and you tell me this don't work. And I will have a little, I'll set them up with their, however they need to pull it out into the real world to spend it. And, that'll lead right into what you're going to say, I spend my money that I earn on crypto, but I also set aside some because eventually I'm going to have to pay it once a year like I do. Look, we all agree that sometimes taxes suck, right? But you know what? You got to pay them. You're going to have to pay them no matter what. And if you try to hide from them, they're going to come get you. So don't get audited, just set aside some money. I mean, it's one of those things. It's the way of life. We just don't all agree that they know how to spend them correctly, right? We all agree we should pay, but come on.
So we'll touch on the
move on.
Sorry, go.
I think we're gonna thank everybody, and I think we're gonna sign off.
No worries. Man,
so great to meet you guys for our first time being on, and again, thank
Doug
you,
and Todd. Thank you,
and all the knowledge that you've given us. It's been fantastic.
Oh man, thank you also for joining. And guys, you're welcome to come on the stream anytime. All right, and I'm sure I'll speak with you again.
Catch you guys later. Thank you.
But
yes,
but
ALAKAZUL.
Yeah, ALAKAZUL.
ALAKAZUL, baby.
Doug and Todd, but I'll let you know about the times. Yep, they can.
And there
I'll message them anyway. I message them anyway, just in regards to the live stream on the 23rd and the 22nd. They'll know about it by then. But let me just bring this up onto the screen for now. Okay, what's your thoughts about taxes? Differs a lot country to country, obviously, But am I doing it wrong not looking that up before starting investing more heavily? Well, okay, just as same as what Zach just said, do look into it because you definitely have to do something about it. But and it will vary from country to country. I don't know where you are.
Can I just add to that?
61.8. Eh?
Can I just add to that? Just seek professional advice.
Yeah.
That's definitely the best thing.
Get a tax professional.
Yeah, 100.
Yes, definitely. A tax professional that knows about crypto. Because there's tax professionals out there that don't know anything about crypto.
Correct. My tax guy, he's like, all right, dude, I'm retired. I just do this for fun. You don't ask me any of those questions. However, I did look up some resources and I had some sent to me. I may be able to get those over to Danny, but there are people out there that are taking consultation that specialize exactly in those type of things for taxes. It is just, you got to have, unless you want to learn about tax law, that's all you.
Yeah. I still plan on one of the future streams. I'm looking at getting like crypto tax specialists to come onto the streams and for different regions as well, because obviously someone in Australia is going to be different to the US, to Europe or whatever. But yeah, look, one thing that you might want to keep in mind, if you do have any issues or thinking that, I'm going to have to pay tax, blah, 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 guys, set up another drip account specifically to pay tax.
Yep.
There you go. You'll still pay tax on it, but the thing is that you're generating income to be able to pay the tax whenever you need to pay the tax. So that's a thought, that's a thought.
Or you could just never claim anything or take any profits and just keep letting it go off into the internet place world. And just, you can tell everybody you have a lot of money, but you'll never really have
it. You're a character, bro.
Two ways. I'm sure there's another way, but just buy jet skis or wave runners and donate them, and you can use it as a tax write-off.
Where are you going to donate all your jet skis, Zach?
There's 8.5 billion people in the world. I could find a few places.
Well, bro, I'm going to have 2 kilometers of beach on my 24-hectare property.
You get 2.
There you go.
You got to buy your kids theirs.
When do we go there?
Send me your
So
address. We'll figure it out. We'll
crypto,
email you a couple.
thanks for that comment. Thanks for that comment, man. Great idea, and thanks for answering. Beautiful. Biggest and more obvious challenge is getting people not familiar with crypto set up on an exchange, MetaMask, and onto the Drip network. Yeah, absolutely agree.
Okay.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
But hey, I've got videos on my channel that will show you how to do all of that. So browse the channel, like, subscribe.
Does anybody remember when their grandma got the first computer? I do, because I did technical high-speed internet support. And the number one thing was, ma'am, did you plug it in? Oh, very good. Yeah, let's get that plugged in here, and then we can move forward with the computer part of it. So you got to have patience when you're doing this stuff. This is a whole new world, and it's a scary world, because it's, a lot of people who do this, they don't jump in with money they have they can lose. They risk their rent, their car payments, and whatever it may be. I'm one of those. I was one of those. I also had a very good support system with my wife. I had no savings behind myself. However, I had things. I am a collector of sorts, and I was able to say, okay, it's time to part with this, because that's why I'm a handyman. I fix things, I repair them, and I try to sell them if I can. And I put that into full effect because I had the time to do so. Now, if I wouldn't have had the support of my wife, never could have done that or accomplished what we've done here. And it's, I thank her. And when I show her the Drip account, she's like, it was a good decision. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Yep. So it's paid off for me, but I can't tell you that it was easy in the last year, because it hasn't been, but it's getting there.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's beautiful, man. That's all I can say on that. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. That's all I can say. Definitely going to get better and better.
I think the new price floor is 56 or 50s right now.
It kind of looks that way. It definitely looks that way. And then you'll see that before the farm comes out, I honestly think that's going to drop a little bit. Same as what it did just before the Drip Liberation contract was launched. It's going to drop a little bit. People are going to be, selling out, trying to get themselves into a position where they can enter the farm. I think that's going to happen. And then you're going to see it spike again, and it'll probably go well above the 94 that it reached the other day, 94 or 95 or whatever it was. Go beyond that, then it'll have another pullback again. But, that correction or that pullback, I still think it's going to have a much higher floor than what it is now. I haven't done the math to actually work out the exact floor, but what would
$10,000 do to the price floor for a diamond hand holder, drip holder? What would that do to our price floor?
$10,000.
Yep, 10,000 smackaroos.
Probably not a huge amount at this point.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think it would.
So it won't be a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, I don't know. Folly, Josh, if you want to answer you want to answer that one. But yeah, man, I don't think it would make that much of a difference, to be totally honest.
Like maybe a follow-up statement is, how does it affect the price floor when a big event like that comes, and what determines it to go up or down? Is it just the amount of money that comes and goes, or is it the people who hold on to it? What decides the price floor? Can you explain that fully, or is that a tough question?
Yeah, he's multitasking. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So the question was, what really determines the price floor? Yeah.
Yep. What determines the price floor?
Oh, so yeah. So remember there was a base liquidity that was created by those in the pre-sale. That has been drained a bit because people sold a lot, but now what's really holding the price floor would be diamond ants 1, 2, locked liquidity. 3, all the liquidities too. Because another thing is why liquidity is so important is because if it was another project that guy dumped almost 300K worth of drip the other day, that moved the price from 94 to 71. If it's another project, the $91, $94 can go to $5 if there is not enough liquidity for it for the project. So those liquidity can also really maintain the price floor, and they are so deep right now, they are so strong that it's just going to everly increase. So diamond orders, locked liquidity, and the liquidities we have in BUSD and PNB, those are things that determine the price flow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Go. Thanks for that, Folly.
Thanks, Folly.
As always, you're a champion, brother.
Dependable.
I'm gonna just put this up here. Eugene's one of our new members over on the Drip Philippines group as well. Great to see you here, brother. Funny story. I told my boss about Drip. He disappeared for an hour, then came back with 10,000 cash ready to invest.
Ang galing mo, bro.
That's the way it is, man. That's exactly the way it is. So.
Did you tell him to take the cash and shove it into your phone and you'll be good? Now, if you do magic trick where you can make that money somehow go to the backside of your phone and disappear out, and then you're like, I don't know what happened. See ya.
Beautiful.
That's important.
Okay, I'm going to bring this one up as well. C, because I always like, C interacts with us a lot, and she's always here right at the beginning until right at the very end, and I really appreciate that. And we've been going for 2 hours already, and you're still there. That's beautiful. So can you go over?
I do got to check out here. I will see you all later. I want to thank everyone who was a part of this, and especially Danny, who's changed my family's life for the better. So hats off to you, man.
Brother.
I appreciate it. See you around. And you will see me around because I'll be waiting for that green dot.
Have a good one, Zach.
Thanks, brother.
So,
speak soon.
See you again.
Later. Okay, C. I will just answer this one. Okay, and this is probably better, like to cover with you. You can DM me or whatever. I can get you on Zoom and I can explain it even further. But generally, what we're doing in regards to our team is obviously we all know that your main account is going to eventually max out. So with us, we're moving across sideways rather than going down to alleviate some of the pressure of that top account blowing out. And we do so by, again, we're not building down. We limit the amount that we build it down, but we go out sideways. So let's say, for example, I'm the top of the line, and I'll build other wallets sideways, and then we just continue to maintain the same structure going sideways. So instead of like putting more wallets underneath you, which will also contribute to your top account blowing out, we go out sideways. It's basically like as if you were joining multiple teams.
Yeah,
all right.
And
so you're generating. Yep. Yes. To that point. Also, the amount of BREEP that you have to hold by building down as opposed to building sideways is quite a dramatic difference. So, but see, I'm open to you messaging me on Telegram, and I'm happy to go through that with you. I'm happy to like discuss it in further detail. I probably don't want to discuss it too much on live because I'll probably have quite a few people jumping down my throat and telling me it's all wrong, but who cares anyway? But yeah, it works for us. And as a team on Team Alak-Azul, which again, you're more than welcome to join us as well as your other team. Let me know. We'd be happy to have you on there. And that's basically the structure. We're going out sideways. So if let's say, for example, I'm the top of the team, I move across, Ferds and Josh and whoever else they come across as well, and their directs and their directs will do the same thing. We're just building out sideways, which means that you're going to have multiple accounts, but not multiple accounts set this way where you're trying to benefit from yourself, right? And and do it that way. We're going out sideways, which means that you now have multiple accounts all generating income. So when this one blows out, you've already got another one in place, and then you've got another one in place and another one in place. So, you know, your income will just continue to grow. And we do that as a team. So, yeah, I hope that does answer your question a little bit. But yeah, feel free to message me, and you know, we'll go from there. Right, we're here. Drip will melt faces. Thanks, Michael. Definitely will. Eugene going back to about his boss, now setting up MetaMask. He's all confused. Yeah. Okay, great story. See, thanks. Hey, always a pleasure. And I'm glad you kind of, you get it now. But again, the door's open there for you. If you need me to discuss it any further with you off the stream, I'm happy with that. So anyone out there that's watching, do you have any other questions that we would, you know, need to answer for you? But again, like if you're interested in joining Team Alak-Azul, I will give it a little bit of a plug. Team Alak-Azul, we've got some big things happening in Drip, but also other things outside of Drip. So we've got all of that happening. So if you want to be part of that team, hey, please give us a call. I haven't set up like a proper Team Alak-Azul Telegram group yet. Haven't, but I will eventually. And I'm sure everyone on this stream will be part of that. But yeah, I'm happy to do one-on-ones with people and talk to you about it, and you know, help you out whichever way you need help. So there you are. Ferds, Josh, Folly, is there anything else you guys want to cover? We're coming up to 2 hours and 17 minutes now, 2 hours 18 minutes. I'm happy to keep talking, but you know, up to you guys.
Yeah, just a Drip Philippine group. Keep on rooting out for Drip here in the Philippines. We need more members.
Absolutely. For anyone that's already on the Telegram group, just share the group, get more people onto it. I will be doing the banner for either tonight or tomorrow regarding the airdrop, which is coming on the 23rd. So just reminding you of that. Anyone that's watching the stream now, again, you don't have to be part of our team to receive those airdrops. It's going to be for everyone and anyone. At this stage, we're looking at a minimum of 60, but by the time we finish with this, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like 80 to 100 or even more than that for airdrops on the 23rd. 23rd in Australia and Philippines, 22nd of the evening or the night of the 22nd in the US, and anyone else in other parts of the world will have to work out that. But I'll put the times anyway. The live stream will be on those dates. So there you go. Folly, brother.
I mean, good job. Thanks for having me. I mean, I really enjoyed the show, even though I'm multitasking on one end. Yeah,
that's okay.
But yeah, you want to also talk to. I'm gonna share the Telegram in my Telegram group. I think I've got a few Filipinos there.
Oh, thank you, Folly.
I've also got Crypto Love. Crypto Love is in one project that I was part of, and I think Jacquila also knows the guy. Crypto Love is in.
I do as well.
Oh yeah. So you can actually, you know, let him know. I think he's in Drip, but yeah, you can always join the Drip Philippines Telegram group, because I think he's got a bit of a network close friends and family that are in Drip. So yeah, it would be good to really tighten up that community and, you know, talk and relate and connect. You know,
it's been a long time coming, and again, like for places like the Philippines and, you know, like Nigeria and other like India and stuff, you know, there are different strategies that have to come into play because of the amount that people, you know, it's a lower amount that people need to put in. So, you know, there's no, I think just having a support base for people like that is going to be amazing, and that's why I set it up in the first place. So, Folly, thanks for that, man. I greatly appreciate if you could, share that with people out there. So that's beautiful. And brother, absolutely I appreciate every time you come on here, man. You're a wealth of knowledge, and it's always a pleasure to have you on here, man.
Well, thanks, Danny. Thanks, Feds. Thanks, Josh, for having me.
Thanks, Folly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
good to see you.
I'll bounce now.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah, you
Okay.
too, bro. I'll send you links for the next one.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm always happy to come on here.
Okay. Thanks,
All
bro.
right. Yeah,
Later.
bye.
Thank you.
See, Alak-Azul, my friends, and
Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul, man. That's it's getting out there. Everyone knows about Alak-Azul, kind of. Everyone says it, but they don't really know what it is yet. But the day will come. That day is coming very, very soon. And it's just nice to know that's getting out there. So, yeah, Josh, anything else you want to add, brother?
No, I'm good. Been a good stream. Talked about a lot of things. Everything that's happened in Drip. I don't think we missed anything, unless there's anything else.
Yeah.
You think about the news, Ferds, if there's anything you know about. But I think we tapped on pretty much everything with Drip.
That's it for now. And then by the time we do the next one, it'll be like after Christmas, and actually it will be. Christmas is only like 5 days away.
Merry
Wow.
Christmas, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Merry Dripmas.
Merry Dripmas.
Merry Dripmas. See, it was at Alak-Azul. Love it, Michael. Thank you. Alak-Azul. And guys, watch out for the banner that I will be posting on the main Drip chat, as well as the Drip Philippines Telegram group and all the other bits of social media, which will be the mechanics and the details for the airdrop on the 23rd or the 22nd, wherever you are in the world. So there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching. Ferds, Josh,
Thank you.
guys that were on earlier, thank you so much for making it another awesome stream. And please tune in. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like and hit the notification bell. As Josh's missus in the back playing around with the cat, I'm pretty sure. And keep an eye out for that. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time that we're going on live. All right.
Okay.
Alak-Azul.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Alak-Azul. I'm not going to take a shot of
Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul today. Otherwise, I'll end up in trouble by myself. But I'll hang on a sec. Let me just clear this. Where am I? Hide that. One more comment here. Oh, thank you, man. Great show. You really know how to motivate people about Drip. Thank you, Dwight. I really, really appreciate that comment, man. And again, it's a team effort here. So thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to play the outro. And wait, no. I'm going to take that off here first. Thanks again. I'm going to play the outro, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, guys.
Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul. Thank you.
See ya.